Alright, we just left Quobba Station, packed up fairly early. Had another bacon, egg and hash brown wrap for brekkie, which was delicious. We're just sitting at the blowholes just down from Quobba. We'll go for a walk down there. The swell's not too big at the moment, so I'm not sure how much spray we're going to see, but hopefully there's a bit going on. Pretty interesting. I've got the Aboriginal story of how the land was formed, and then the history of the blowholes and that, but we'll take you for a walk now. Pretty crazy that Dirk Hartog in 1616 was the first European to see the coastline, and then almost 300 years later it was Charles Augustus and his son that came to take up the land and fill it with sheep as a pastoral station. These are the blowholes. Hopefully we get a good water spout pretty soon. See what happens. Pretty cool. We just spent the last couple of hours down at a place called the Aquarium. It's just past the blowholes. Went for a quick fish. You've actually got to walk, I don't know, maybe 1 kilometre down the beach to where you're allowed to fish, because the aquarium is actually marine protected area, so you're not allowed to fish in there. Anyway, we had a quick flick and with this quick flick of the soft plastics, and had no luck, so put on a squid jig. Still no luck. The wind was making it pretty hard to get out to where the weed and a bit of structure was, so we'll blame that anyway. As to why we didn't catch any fish or squid, but then we had a snorkel, and it's actually really nice to snorkel at. There's quite a lot of fish and coral, so hopefully you would have seen in the previous clip a bit of the coral and a bit of the footage from the snorkel, but super nice area. I'll spin the camera around and give you a look around, and then we're going to hit the road and we're going to head to 14 Mile and get set up at camp, because it's just past 12:30 now, and it's probably a 3-hour drive to get there, so I'll spin the camera around and give you a look. We just got to a place called the Aquarium, just down the road from blowholes, but apparently there's really good snorkeling. So I've got the fins on, mast ready, this is in the water, so we'll go for a swim now and hopefully see some fish. We just pulled up to 14 Mile Camp. Pretty easy track in. Pretty well maintained. It wasn't that corrugated. Got the awning set up. Just about to do the rooftop tent. But have a go at the view. Pretty large areas for camping too, like it's probably double like a normal campsite. We're on site 24. I think it's 14 to 28 along this strip, and they've pretty much got cars lined up right on the beach, so it should be a pretty good sunset tonight. Hopefully we'll have a perfect view over the ocean. The wind's coming onshore at the moment. Hopefully it's supposed to die down a little bit later. There's some pretty close weed patches, so I might have a flick a bit later and try to catch a whiting. But anyway, I'll get the camp chairs set up and park up for the afternoon. We'll see you in the next clip. Alright, we packed up camp pretty early this morning. We just had a coffee and now we're rolling out a 14 mile. What time is it? It is 7:40, so we just had a coffee, rolled up camp. Probably one of the better campsites I've stayed at. Pretty much, you're parked straight on the beach looking over the ocean. The wind's really nice this morning. We're gonna head towards Coral Bay along the forward drive track. Check that out. One thing to remember, if you want to stay here, you do need a chemical toilet. There's no other supplies around or no other facilities around, so you definitely need a chemical toilet to stay here. But yeah, beautiful spot. Pretty much everyone on the beach has got a caravan, so I'm feeling a little bit underprepared. But yeah, lovely spot. We'll definitely be coming back here, that's for sure. It'd be nice to park up for a couple of days rather than just have the one night. But anyway, we're going to move on to Coral Bay, and then we're staying at south of Feroy tonight. So yeah, I'll take you along with us. See you then. Hello, mate. That's a big lizard. I wish I knew what that was, but I don't. But it's a pretty big lizard, so I really wanted to see a thorny devil, but I suppose that'll do. A little bit of nature for your morning. Oh well, that hill climb was a little bit gnarly. You would have seen in the drone footage. Got up to the peak and just bellied out. So got the max tracks out, dug it out a little bit, put the rear locker on, that's the first time I've used the rear locker. I only just got it installed at ARB. But we're out. We'll keep punching forward. we made it to a place called Five Fingers Reef, I think it is. It's sort of between 14 Mile and Coral Bay. Pretty hairy track coming in. I mean, some of it was fairly firm and fairly easy, but others were really off camber and really soft dune climbs. I was a little bit nervous on some of those climbs. That obviously that first climb was had to have a few goes at that, and then you don't really know what's around the next corner, so I was a little bit sweaty, a little bit nervous, but we made it now anyway, and I'll give you a look around the reef now. We just went for a snorkel at Five Fingers Reef, and that's got to be some of the best snorkeling I think I've ever done. Snorkeling on the Great Barrier Reef, and the reef's probably more colourful, but the amount of fish is way better. Super glad we came here because it's a really nice spot. Parked up on the beach under the awning and just watching the world go by. It's a lovely spot.